On this episode of the Layover Live, Sandy stops by to talk Instagram. Hello everyone and welcome to episode 45 of the Layover Live, where we bring you the top article from the Layover each week. I'm Jason Swick, VP of Digital Marketing, joined by Sandy Jordan, Director of Content Marketing.
Hello.
Sandy, welcome back. Great to have you here. Really wanted to bring you in to talk a little bit about Instagram. And our featured article this week comes from Flowbox, care of Medium, of course, talking about some algorithm changes that are coming or in the pipeline for Instagram and what really that means for marketers. So unless you're living under a rock, Instagram is a great place, right?
Absolutely.
To be able to,
especially for DMOs.
Especially for DMOs. Social media is blowing up and everything else. But let's kind of get into these algorithm changes. So what does the algorithm changes really mean?
Well, I think to understand where it is now, we need a little bit of a history there.
Yeah.
So back in 2016 and prior, the feed was just chronological.
Yep.
So brands could really leverage that by posting at the right time. So in an effort to make things a little more relevant, Instagram made some changes back then that deployed a ranking algorithm and created this friends and family category, which is a little subjective. It's not literally friends and family. It's the accounts that you interact with the most. Right. And there's some secret sauce, some proprietary stuff is creating that friends and family category.
Yep.
But there was a 50-50 mix there. So what happened just recently is that they decided we needed to figure out a way to get over some of the gaming that's happening in the feed. Things like power likes and techniques that growth hackers were using in order to get their posts higher up in the feed. And they have made a change again to include 90% of this friends and family category and only 10% relevancy. So now we're in a situation where we're going back to a timely post that is also relevant.
Yeah, so, very similar, I think, in some ways, how they're optimizing, and they're always doing stuff behind the scenes, similar to what Big Brother's doing with Facebook, right? So a lot of the same stuff that's happening there. But what does all this mean then for destination marketers and for DMOs out there?
Well, since we're going back to this chronological view, the time that you post then becomes very important.
Yes, very true.
So not only do you have to test to see what time of the day people are most willing to interact with you, but you also need to test to see how often you need to publish.
Yes.
So testing, taking a look at your interactions, and then optimizing for those results.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. It gets me thinking too about video and how that is affected. So what about things like Instagram stories or video and how we're utilizing Instagram for those type of things. So are we going to see a boost then in more than just images and things like that? I mean, what are your thoughts there?
Well, not necessarily.
Okay.
Video, Instagram stories, the advanced features in the app, that's naturally going to get you more engagement, right? So we were looking for factors of timeliness, relevancy, and interaction or engagement. So organically, that's going to help you. But Julian Gutman, the product lead over at IG, he said many, many times that using those advanced features doesn't naturally give you a boost to the algorithm itself, but getting that engagement will do so.
Yeah, maybe it helps you stand out the crowd a little bit more or whatever.
Exactly.
Or it depends on what you're trying to accomplish.
Exactly.
Right?
Really,
Makes
the
a lot of
only
sense.
way to get to the top of a feed is to have great content that people want to interact with.
Right. So it should be nothing new there for anybody out there. So great, Sandy. Thanks for coming in and sharing those algorithm changes. Again, as a DMO, keep an eye out for those type of things. It's very, very important that in the end, regardless of what you're doing, it's all about great content. Always has been and probably will be for times to come. So Sandy, thanks for stopping by. Thank you everyone out there for tuning in each and every week. We'll see you next time and have a great day.
See you later.